What's going on, guys? So people have been telling me to review some other scam laptops on Amazon under the best-selling category, and I put scam in air quotes because there's some people saying that it's not a scam even though it's marked down 80%. It's being sold at its original price or the price that it's worth. But my counter to that is, well, if you were to go to a website and something is saying that, wow, this is a one-time offer, it can only be bought now and it's 90% off. Is that not a scam if you visit it the next day and the next day and it says the same exact thing? It's worth 10 bucks or whatever the 90% off thing is, but that banner is like a psychological scam. So I still think that they're a scam because people are being led to believe that they're getting a good deal when there are better alternatives that are offered around the same price. So let's go ahead and get this unboxed. But first, a word from our sponsor. Nobody. So this came from Amazon, and a lot of people were complaining that I'm an Apple fanboy, so here is a Windows laptop so I can look at the specs before I get it unboxed. So this is a 15.6 Apollo Sigen laptop company, or a laptop, so it's from a company I've never heard of. I don't think you've ever heard of Apollo Sigen. And it has 12 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, 512 gigabytes of SSD storage, and it's 1080p. It comes with the same Intel Celeron N5095, and so far, in terms of the unboxing experience, this is... let me also zoom out real quick. Oh my God, I've never done this before. Okay, you can see here, made in China, shout out to China. Got no information on the box here. Not gonna lie, it looks like something I would tape up and ship off to someone because I'm too lazy to properly, tape, but there we go. I am going to take some constructive criticism from the last video and try to improve some of the information I can get from this laptop. So we have more generic stuff. Notebook computer. All right, so I would say in terms of the packaging, it's like really sealed in here. Really, it's a box within a box within a box. So let's just see what else we get here. So hey, Shenzhen. No surprise that it's made in the city of hardware, right? So it's Shenzhen Electron Technology. This is the address. They have their email here. So we do have the specs here. So it is an Intel Jasper Lake N5095. It's a Celeron. 12 gigabytes of DDR4, SATA SSD 512, a 2 megapixel webcam. Nice. Keyboard that's made for the US market, Windows 11 Home. 15.6 inches. As you can see here on the front, it's just the most generic branding thing you can see. Windows 11, 15.6, notebook computer. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this unboxed. And by the way, I bought this for $329, but the regular price is $1,200. Yeah, right. You know what you can get for $1,200 in this market, in this day and age? Amazing stuff. So I will say it is pretty light. We get a it actually smells so bad. It actually smells. I just lost my train of thought. Anyway, this is the laptop. So we do get a little plastic piece to peel off. It's so oily. I hate that, man. Okay, so we do have the company printed here, Apollo sign. I said Sigen, but it's Apollo sign. And it smells like corporate. That's the best way to describe it. But let's go ahead and see what else is in the box here. We do get a charger. And from the last video, once again, this doesn't look like the most reassuring charger in this day and age. It looks very, I don't know. I know it's gonna work, but it'd be better to have something that looks a little bit more robust. All right, so let me move back to the laptop for a second, and you can see that I actually do like what they have presented here. I don't know how far this will be able to extend, but it looks like that is perfect. Look how tiny this is. I mean, it's a Celeron, so it doesn't need that much power, but let's get this powered on. All right, so we just get the nice old Intel logo, and wow. I'm impressed when laptops can do this. So just in a moment, looks like it's gonna get me booted up into Windows. And the build quality is better than the last one I bought, I will say. So in terms of the company selling this, Apollosign, you stepped it up, or at least you're better than the competition that's on there right now, which is probably why you're going up on the ranks. So we're finally booted up into Windows, and I already have some complaints about this laptop. You can see that I'm connected on Wi-Fi 4. Now this is the network, or I should say the protocol that it's using. So it's using 802.11n. I'm not gonna get into the specifics, but just know AC has been the standard for like, I don't even know. The fact that they're using N in a laptop is ridiculous. I know my internet speeds, it's 300. This isn't terrible, but the fact that they're not using Wi-Fi 5 is just laughable to me, because in similarly priced laptops, you can get Wi-Fi 5, sometimes even Wi-Fi 6. But the argument could be made that people buying at this price point probably don't have high internet speeds, but you most likely have Wi-Fi 5. Trust me, it's like the standard. It's just very hollow. There's like nothing that registers when you actually press down on it. So taking some suggestions from my previous video, what I'm going to do is actually do the Windows update, because people were saying, oh, the computer is only slow because you first opened it up. It has to do all these installations from Windows. So I'm going to install all the drivers, be on the latest software, and then we can do our regular testing and see if this laptop is really worth $325 or the original $1,200. Another recommendation from my last video was telling me that I need to install a software that should be able to detect the actual internals, because they might be spoofing some stuff, but hopefully Hardware Info shows the accurate information on things that are properly installed. We're just gonna walk through this. So you can see that this is in fact a Jasper Lake 15-watt processor. It is the Intel Celeron N1595. In terms of our RAM, it does in fact have 12 gigabytes, but the memory is clocked way slower than what we see before. The clock speed is 1461, which is not what we saw under Task Manager. Task Manager was showing us almost 3,000 megahertz. As you can see here, it is at 2933 megahertz, but Hardware Info has some other things to say about that. Single channel, that is in fact true. The motherboard is a Shenzhen Electron Technology, so just something generic from Shenzhen. In terms of the storage, it is running on the SATA drive, and it's 512 gigabytes, so that is accurate. And yeah, that is honestly exactly what I expected. So please correct me down in the comments below if I am wrong, but from the memory clock speeds, it is lower, almost half as slow than what is being advertised and shown under the Windows settings here under Task Manager at basically at 1400 megahertz. But if this is accurate, please let me know down in the comments below, but it just does not seem right at all. So the sun is going down, so I don't know how the lighting is going to be whenever this window update gets finished, but I'm gonna let this finish and we can go back to doing the testing of the speakers and some other things as well. So see you guys then. All right, so it is a new day, and that's simply because the Windows updates kept failing about 3 times, but I got everything fully installed, and I think now it's time to give this laptop a fair shake. But before we do that, let's see what is on the inside of the laptop, or yeah, whatever. And let me also see if I can zoom in on the overhead here for you guys. Now that we're zoomed in here, you can see that this laptop is bare bones like the last one. A lot of empty space here, and I actually looked up this part number, which is the motherboard. It's the P142K_MB_R13, and there was only one result back on Google, and it was the FCC test report of this motherboard. But given that, this just looks like a tablet PCB board. We have this ribbon cable here that gives us our I/O on the other sides, which once again match up to the FCC test report. The biggest problem is that it's just not utilizing the space available given to you on this laptop. This internal should be, not want to say crammed as much as possible, but this empty space here easily fit another SSD in here, even one of those 2.5-inch drives. But that's the internals. Once again, very bare bones. And this is why the laptop is priced so low. This thing should be worth less than $327 or whatever the price point was. So as you guys can see here, today is November 4th, 321, has all the latest updates. I'll go ahead and click check for updates once again, just as a fail-safe. But you can see in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we're good. That was completely unscripted. That was some nice timing. So similar to my last video, I also want to clarify that I have a Wi-Fi 6 router, and even though I was using a hotspot, I was broadcasting on Wi-Fi 5. So at the minimum, this laptop should be using Wi-Fi 5. Why it's going down to Wi-Fi 4 or 802.11n, I'm not really sure why, but this is the reason why we're basically getting capped at like 60 up and down, where I should be getting like 200, 250 up and down. I did look at the FCC test report, and it does show in terms of the specifications that it has Wi-Fi 5 or 802.11 AC capable, but that was a prototype, so maybe they decided to skimp later on, but really don't know why I'm getting dropped down to this Wi-Fi 4 here. I actually connected it to my main Wi-Fi network instead of the test network, and it was still showing this Wi-Fi 4, so bit unfortunate there. So I have a PlayStation 5 controller, and I believe I just do something like this, right? There we go. And that actually just turned on my PS5. But yeah, PS5 controller is connected. I don't know what games are available for me to play, but yeah, it looks connected. You can see the lights here. My background is changing to my PS5, which is kind of funny. Little awkward. It does say I'm connected, but I believe since they're connected at the same time, my PS5 is still picking up the controller. But this does say it's connected via Bluetooth. As I was saying, I do believe this is connected to the computer because in terms of the specification, it does have the Bluetooth capabilities and this connected no problem. Another thing I can do is get a mouse real quick. So let me go ahead and do that. All right, so we have the MX Master 3. Windows 11 should detect it, but if it doesn't, I'll just have to do it the old school way, which is completely fine. And just like that, if I move my mouse, I have Bluetooth support. So it's all great, shows the battery health, just exactly what I was looking for. Let me just go ahead and turn this down, if that's okay. Might as well have the PlayStation in the background, right? So moving along, the other thing I wanted to show you guys is I'm gonna open up Edge and go to a YouTube video. And I just wanna show you guys how bad these speakers are. And it's similar to the last laptop where it only seems like one speaker is working. Graduation speech.
At this time, Ryan Burton, president of the class of 2015, will welcome you.
It's only coming out of this side. There's nothing on this side.
Good morning, everyone. On behalf of the class.
The display is 1920 by 1080. I would say the best feature is that it can go back all the way, so it's basically completely flat. But other than that, this laptop is just not worth it. It's not originally worth $1,200. It's not even worth the $325 price tag as well. This thing I'd say is probably worth like 200 bucks, 150 like minimum. There's no way that this laptop is number 8 on the bestseller. People say that this is a perfect laptop for just daily use, if you're just browsing the web and whatnot, which is true, right? If you just use Google Docs, Microsoft Word, a lot of word processing stuff, this laptop is good. However, there are laptops that are in the exact same price category that will give you a much better value from reputable companies. For example, I went to Costco and I found 2 laptops priced around the same as this one, and they just give you a much better value and bang for your buck. Now, there's gonna be some people in the comments saying, oh, well, people in this price point probably don't have a Costco membership. Well, I went right across the street to Walmart, and guess what Walmart had? The same exact stuff at even cheaper prices. Great value, great money, or whatever the slogan is. So there are better alternatives out there. Even on Amazon, I will have the link down in the description below of laptops that are better than this, and they're at the same price point, because I genuinely cannot recommend this product. Now, for the last group of people who are going to say, well, what if you just put Linux on there? Listen, if you're a Linux user, you're probably not using this in the first place, but if you want to put Linux on here, by all means. If you want to run Proxmox on here and virtualize it, by all means. But for like the 99.99% of consumers who are buying this for everyday use, they're not thinking about that. They're probably not going to use this for Linux. So with all that being said, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll have it down in the description below for alternatives that are better bang for your buck. But with all due respect, I really don't know how Apollo Sign is, I believe, top 8 when I last checked a couple days ago. My guess would be that there was another brand or laptop that was in that spot. They bought them, replaced it with their own product. So with all that being said, guys, Black Friday is coming up. Holiday season is coming up. Please watch out for laptops like these. Once again, check down in the description below for better deals. Costco during Black Friday holiday season is going to be offering better values than this. Same with Walmart, probably same as Target, a lot of retailers. I really don't know how Apollo Sign and the other companies are getting away with this, with being like top 10 bestsellers on Amazon, because there are better products than this, like without a doubt. So if you want me to do more videos like this, please let me know down in the comments below. I don't have to do just laptops. I can do earbuds, other things as well, because there are a lot of companies like this on Amazon that are plaguing the platform that I think a lot of people should avoid. I appreciate every single sub, like, and comment, and as always, guys, much love. This thing just feels cheap. Terrible. If you stayed to the end, I just got back. I'm downloading Spider-Man 2. I am ready. And for the people that say I'm not a real Spider-Man fan, look at this. Where is it? 100%. 96%. Okay, I wasn't expecting 96%. But look at Ragnarok. Look at Ragnarok though, 100%. I'm a gamer. Give me Spider-Man 2. Venom, I'm ready. Let me just make sure everything is recording, because you can't redo unboxing videos. I swear to loud. All right, we're good. 3 more things that are left to be installed in terms of the drivers. This keyboard is just so hollow. I think this controller is dead.